Champion. How
Mate, what a scorcher today.
beautiful, isn't it? It's wonderful weather outside.
Mate, it's like summer's day out here.
I know. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh, look, there's one of those aeroplane things you don't see very often. There you go.
Mate.
And yeah, no, it's a bit shady here. The sun's moved around a bit, but yeah.
Oh, mate, my garden is absolutely glorious today. Look at that. It feels like it should be about 35 degrees. Amazing.
Well, we've got a pretty cracking episode today, don't we, mate?
Mate, I love. Look at this. Let me show you.
Oh, what do you got going there, Jim? Oh, my God, just 4. What happened?
You said to me, right, when you phoned me, you went, oh, I'm only going to do 4. So I thought I'll do the same. And then I saw you with your massive tray. Look at that.
Well, what I've gone and done, shucked half a dozen of them, 6 of them, and I've got a few. I'm going to save them a little bit later so I can do a little bit of photography. And also, enjoy them with, she must be obeyed.
That's it, mate. Yeah, I'm quite fortunate that the good lady wife doesn't like oysters. So, yeah, these are all mine.
Okay.
Twisted ribs give me a good recipe that called for a little bit of something a bit Mexican, you see. So.
Okay. Wow. Oh, tequila or mezcal?
Mezcal. Before we give it a bit of a smoky kick, as we're going to cook these on the grill.
Is it the Ocho de Dios?
Yeah, Ocho de Dios from the Mexican grocer.
But yeah, so these are going to be pretty special because we've got one of our guests that she was with us last year, and we voted her our favourite episode. She was a bit of a legend, wasn't she?
Mate, you know what? It was just one of them episodes where just everything just went right, and I was a bit dubious because I'd never tried an oyster, and then as soon as I tried them, I was like, mate, these are amazing. And I think last time I did butter roasted ones, they were just insane. So yeah, I'm really looking forward. It's something you wouldn't normally have, is it? So I'm really looking forward to these. I might have already tested one in the kitchen just before we came on. Oh, it's like eating the ocean, I would say. Amazing.
Nice. Well, yeah, so it's Katy the Oyster Lady, or Katy the Oyster Lady official that's going to join, and she's from the Oyster Academy. And so that's a couple left a couple as well, because I'm going to do a live shucking. How's that?
Mate, I'll join you. I've got me knife. Safety first and all that. Look. Nice. And yeah.
Safety second.
I'll get one out and shuck it with you.
Well, and then we've got to catch up with her. Yeah. I think it'd be 2 dozen of the oysters, and that gives you room. She'll do one of her online masterclasses where they talk good, mate.
Mate, that's an amazing prize, isn't it? Basically, I can't say how she pronounces it, but it's basically a sommelier of oysters, isn't it?
Australia,
that's it, mate. Here we go. Look at
that. Like Australian, maybe. We'll ask her. Maybe correct us anyway. So, yeah. Well, actually, seeing as we've got an oyster, what I've gone and done, mate, is the old tomato juice. And I've made a little bit of a Bloody Mary here that I'm going to enjoy with these oysters. So, one of the things that's really, really nice, if you grab a bit of an oyster, down the oyster, and then have a shot of Bloody Mary, mate. Now, sometimes you can put the oyster in the Bloody Mary. However, these ones are big. So,
massive.
Yeah, they're huge. So these are Porthilly oysters from down where Katy is. So they're just a little bit.
To us as well. He was shipped direct, 24 hours, and they were with us.
Mate, it's sensational that you can get seafood like that. So should we do this live then, mate? How about I might put a bit of chili on my. And I brought in the chili number 5, mate. Barbecue edition. And inside here, inside the chili number 5, let's choose. What do we got in here? Oh, there's a little book about them all in there. Here we go. We got 5 barbecue ones. We're going to have here sriracha, cha-cha-cha, Chinese hot and sour, wicked wasabi, so English, forever foul. What do you think, mate?
I think the wasabi would go nice, mate.
Wasabi, all right, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, that nice like mustardy heat. You know, that hot. That goes quite well, doesn't it? With a Bloody Mary. Sometimes people put horseradish in, so adding a little bit of wasabi in there, that'd be amazing.
All right. Bit of a dump on one of my oysters here.
We probably should tell people, mate. We're giving away a barbecue today as well, haven't we? We've been running it most of the week, and we're going to announce the winner live. We're giving away a charbroil gas.
That's the big thing, mate, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah. Most importantly, look at
Pretty awesome, mate.
that. So this is the 3-burner. We're giving away a 2-burner model, but yeah, what an impressive machine, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I've got a little bit of charcoal in there, so I'm going to do some of my oysters directly over the charcoal. Just,
Okay.
Give them a little bit of a smoky finish.
Okay, well, I wanted to do some photos with mine before it got too dirty, so I haven't set up the charcoal bit yet, mate.
You didn't build it today, did you? On the day of the shoot?
Oh, maybe. So yeah. All right, mate. Well, there's one of the oysters, a bit of the Chileno number 5.
Let me join you. I've got some of my smoked chipotle. Hold on. Should really have a shot of mezcal with this as well. Hold on. Let me get the mezcal ready.
So here we go. Shot of mezcal with that. I'm going to have the...
Look at this posh glass. Look at that.
Let me do my hair.
My friend Whiskey Wings. Look at that.
Oh, nice. So here we go, Jack. Right, you ready? These oysters. Now, you shucked them yourself. Did you remember to take them off the little bit that makes them stick to the bottom? There's a...
Hey, this is my first rodeo. Of course I did. I'm all over it.
Just check it. You know? Wouldn't want to sort of, whilst we're going light. Oh, you got a bit of lime there.
Yeah, as I said, mate, twisted ribs recipe. He said like do it basically like a shot, like hot sauce, lemon, and obviously the oyster, and then down the mezcal at the end. Well, I think that's what he said. That's what I'm doing. So here we go.
You ready, buddy?
Good health, mate.
Cheers, mate. Wow. Oh, actually, I'm going to savor that.
Oh, mate. That is amazing.
Buddy. Oh. That's heaven, isn't it? Wow. Oh.
Like
That's it. Yeah.
Not very often you start to show a shot of tequila or mezcal, but yeah, wow.
Mate, that's so good. I think that's it. I just want to go and eat some more oysters now, mate.
Yeah, let's just stop filming and do some shots.
Okay, wow. Now we've got so once you've got right, so you can have oysters raw like we just had, but some people aren't such a big fan, and also too when they're a bit bigger, and we'll ask Katy for a bit of advice as well. But when they're a bit bigger, they're also for barbecue, and also too, for some people, might not like them like we do.
Yeah.
Barbecue's lovely, and as well as that, they're particularly good on the barbecue. So, how are you going to do yours on the grill, mate?
Well, I'm just going to heat mine in the shell, and I'm just going to keep it quite simple because obviously I don't want to like overpower the oyster with like 10 ton of stuff because obviously the flavour is in the actual oyster, and these are such good quality. Just say direct from Cornwall, shipped to us within 24 hours. So I'm literally just going to put a little teaspoon of chimichurri on top of the oyster. I thought that'd go quite well, like chili, garlic, a little bit of oil, and obviously once the oyster's bubbling in its shell, that should really make a nice flavour. So
okay, well,
yeah,
I'm going to do a couple of things with it. Oh. So I'm going to do a couple of things. So the middle recipe, some bacon bits, and some Worcestershire sauce. There you go, one of those complicated words. But
Lovely.
sauce, and that's going to be oyster Kilpatrick. Okay, and then I've got a little bit of butter that I've made up here, herby butter. I've got a bit of coriander in it, garlic, a bit of chili in there as well.
Lovely, little bit of compound butter.
And then Katy sent us a lovely recipe that I'm going to do near the end. In there, some what would you call it? Mashed up strawberries. So that's just strawberries. I've got to put that in the oysters. Put a splash of the wine in there. Our wine vendor. And how's that sound?
Yeah, mate. So we've got a lovely Sauvignon Blanc, haven't we, from New Zealand?
What are we doing here? Bit of a hidden bay. Here we go. For those you like you said, New Zealand, Marlborough, you can't go wrong. And I think this is going to be pretty typical. They always grapefruit balanced with something herbaceous. I think that's pretty much what Marlborough's all about. Grapefruit,
yeah, mate,
with herbaceous. So yeah,
it pairs well with seafood, that isn't it? Because we're quite lucky with our wine sponsors. So Ermans, basically, we send them the list of what we're going to cook, aren't they? And then they pair the wine. So they've actually paired this specially for our oyster episode. So you know what? I'm gonna have the wine afterwards, but I had some of these left over from the Mexican grocer. Do you remember the lagers?
Ah.
Found some in the actual in the promo cupboard. So yeah, use the bottle opener on the grill as well.
Oh.
Yeah, away we go, mate. Away we go.
So maybe then, before we cut over to Katy, I think Katy's mine. We'll see if we can find her here. But before we cut over to Katy, we'll talk about the grill a little bit, really, and we'll talk about it a bit later. But this is the gas fairly quick and easy to assemble. And,
yeah, obviously different to the professional model we had in the first show a couple of weeks back. But
and what makes it gas to coal, mate? What makes it gas to coal?
So you've basically got in here, let me bring you in a little bit closer. You've basically got a solid charcoal basket underneath your gas burners. So what I've done is I've put some actual charcoal in, turn the burners on to get the charcoal going, and now I've turned the gas off. So you can replace the cast iron grate over the charcoal and basically cook on charcoal. You know, because as we said, there's always a bit of a, you know, when people go, oh, gas barbecues, don't get any flavour out of that. Well, this one, you can put charcoal in the actual tray, the fuel tray, and use the gas bottle to light it, and then away you go. So I've got some really nice professional grade charcoal from Big K that is just lovely, coming up to temperature. Look at that.
Nice. Yeah. Well, wow, yeah, no, it's a good machine, and we're giving away one of these. From memory, it's about 430 odd quid's worth of unit, so it'll be a great little prize out there. We'll announce them closer to the show, but you know, into the show. How's that?
That's it, mate. I just say, you know, like there was obviously differences between the one we used last week, but what a great little grill. You know, if you're just your average sort of barbecuer cooking for your family, plenty of room, couple of options to do just straight gas if you ain't got the time to wait for the charcoal to come to temperature, or you know, you can experiment with a bit of charcoal in it now. Brilliant. Exactly,
yeah. I mean, there was, you know, I saw there was a bit of banter this week about, you know, there was a few sort of barbecue folk out there that were sort of denying their grilling past, you know.
Oh yeah, mate. You know what I mean? The internet don't forget, buddy.
The internet don't forget. Yeah, it's kind of like me saying, you know, hiding my Australian past. You know, it's obvious. It's out there.
Mate,
you know,
it's all over your face. You can't even lie. But as you say, the main thing about the show is we want to get people outside to grill, don't we? You know,
exactly.
we're the top gear of barbecue, basically. That's what we are.
Yeah. And I like this with a studio audience like this, you know, here we go. Over here. This
Look at you with the ladies in the background. Look at it.
So, you know, I'm trying to keep them away from the oysters for a minute, you know. But maybe I should put some oysters on, and I think we should cut over to Katy any minute. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm up for that, mate. We'll get her across and have a
we
chat.
can do a three-way thing now, can't we?
Yeah, I don't even have to leave.
All right. Let's see if we can get Katy in. Oyster Academy is her account. Let's see if Katy is joining us here. And then I think I'm going to prepare once she's joined, if you could have a bit of a yarn to her and introduce her. And then I'm going to...
Hi.
Hello, Katy, you all right?
I'm good. Jack, how is it always sunny where you are? Always.
No, I'm actually blessed. I have no idea because it feels like it's about 30 degrees in this garden today.
I know, you're always like wincing into the camera with the sunlight in your eyes.
Well, you know what? We did have a couple of episodes where it snowed, so this is a nice change, actually. But whereabouts are you?
Hey?
Whereabouts are you?
Back garden.
Lovely.
There we go. Yes, that's my custom Karma 8-foot mini mal. I call it, it's got a name. It's the Blue Oyster Cult.
Lovely. Very apt. Very apt. So
yeah, I'm filming myself today. Last time we had my friend helping me, but I've been rushing around and I'm on my own today. So you'll have to excuse the lack of technical prowess with the camera.
Because last time you was on the beach, wasn't you? I remember that.
Yeah. I've already done that today. I had a class teaching a newly engaged couple down at the farm on the beach.
Oh,
all about oysters.
So before we get started, just tell us a little bit about yourself, what it is you actually do, and obviously you've very kindly given us a prize. So tell us what the prize is, because I think it's pretty amazing.
Okay, so my company's called the Oyster Lady, but I've set up an educational body called the Oyster Academy, and it's basically, as you described, like a sommelier is to wine, and Australia is to oysters. So yeah, it's about raising the standards of shucking and helping people understand the culture of oysters in the same way they do wine these days, because they're just as special. You'll get the same species of oyster in a different area will taste completely different, even though it's the same species, because of what we call the merroir.
What is that?
Well, if you imagine the same as with grapes growing in different vineyards, the grape takes on the characteristics of the soil, and that varies hugely between different geographies. And it's exactly the same with oysters growing in different water channels. There'll be like deep, salty, oceanic oysters. There'll be estuarine oysters. The sandy ones that we've got here, the sort of sandy estuary. Then you'll get the ones on the south coast of Cornwall, which are more often native oysters, and they have that more earthy creek environment. It varies completely all over the country, all over the world. So that's why it's so exciting to learn more about oysters, because you find out this whole sort of depth of culture around them,
But that's the brilliant thing.
And I know you had your first one on our last show, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. And since then I've been hooked. I'm like, when can we get Katy back on? Such an amazing thing to have. And I didn't realise there was such a breadth and depth of different breeds, if you will, of oysters, and things like that. So yeah, I love things that you can get really geeky about. So the fact that you're championing that is amazing. And obviously, Hillary's a fan as well, and we always love to have people on who really care about provenance and the ethically raised products we have on. So yeah, that you champion that. So thanks for joining us again. Hillary's just putting some of his on the grill.
Yeah, I've got my grill going. Well, mine's very basic compared to your guys. I've got just this little fold-up barbecue, which I absolutely adore, because I can take it to the beach with me like it's like a little handbag almost. Just fold it up and carry it.
Oyster thing, haven't you, inside? Haven't you? You've got an oyster
That's it. I'll show you. I'm going to have to use my cloth because it's hot at the moment.
Yeah.
But it fits perfectly on this little little barbecue. It's this oyster tray here.
Awesome.
And it perfectly sits on this barbecue at the size that it is, and it's got these serrated edges. Not serrated, I don't know what you'd call them. Ridged, I don't know. and that stops the oysters sliding around, and you don't lose the liquor. I'm getting the sunshine now, Jack. It's starting to beam down.
Sending it your way.
Lovely. More of that, please.
I remember you saying about that before, Katie, about the liquor being the most important thing, and not obviously when you store your oysters, keep them so it's the cup faces upwards, so you don't lose any of that liquor. That's where
I mean, you'll see the liquor is as important as the meat, and I was saying that in my class this morning because it's kind of traditional in France. They throw the liquor away, but especially if you're barbecuing, you want to keep as much of that as possible, because whilst you're cooking your oyster, obviously that liquid's going to evaporate. So you want as much of it in there at the beginning, so that it doesn't dry out. I can see some of your oysters aren't going to dry out because you've got tequila right here.
Yeah, I've got some little smoky mezcal. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the show. Hillary did a Bloody Mary shot, and I did a little shot of mezcal with
I did.
Oh, it was good.
Did you put it in the oyster? I missed that. Did you put it in the oyster?
No, I didn't. You know what I was going to say to you? Are you supposed to do that?
I've got this thing that I do. It's really simple. We'll do one now because I'm going to catch up with you two.
Right, okay.
Well,
chuck some oysters here. Yeah.
We're going to have a bit of a bit of a longer chat at about past.
I know.
So,
I know. This is literally seconds. I'm just catching up with you two on the old refreshments. So it's a tiny bit of tequila into the oyster with its liquor. So it's mixing with the oyster liquor. The oyster liquor is the mixer. And then a squeeze of fresh lime, like so. And it has a very sweet name. It's called Margar Oyster.
Love it.
And it's delicious. There, I feel like I've caught up now. I'm happy. I'm on the same level as you two now.
Well, as Hillary said, we're going to have a bit of a more in-depth chat with you about 4:30. So, we will bid you adieu, and we'll see you at 4:30 for some more oyster action.
Lovely. See you soon, guys.
Thanks, Katie.
Go. Hang on, before you go. What about
He's saying get rid of her.
What?
the winner of the prize?
Oh, are we going to draw that out at the end?
Do you want to draw it out at the end, or do you announce it now?
I haven't picked one because I didn't realise I was meant to do it for this little section.
Jack won. Jack, we've got one. Jack's got a magic bit of.
Oh, you've got one?
Yeah, I've got like
You've
a random.
chosen the winner.
Yeah, so the winner of the oyster course, as you say, is a gentleman by the name of Soldier Boy Barbecue.
Soldier Boy Barbecue. Looking forward to teaching you Soldier Boy Barbecue. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Right, guys, have a wicked time, and I'll see you at about 4:30, shall I?
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, Katie.
Bye.
Wow, there you go, Jack.
Hey, I can't keep up. Tequila in the oyster shell with hot sauce and lime. Missing a trick.
My gosh, there's so much you can do with oysters, isn't there? There's sort of many different sort of additions and ways you can serve them and cook them up and make them, and all sorts of fantastic ways to get them going, isn't there? And
that's why it's good to have someone like Katy come on, because I'm not being funny. When it comes to seafood, I'm pretty I'm quite a novice, but yeah, the fact that she's got such a depth of knowledge is good. And we always love to get people on who really care about the products they cook and teach about. So yeah, it's great to have Katy on.
I'm not sure if you can see that, Jack. Look at that one bubbling away there.
Mate, I'm behind here. I need to get some of mine on. Let me get some of mine on.
How's that? It's a good idea to give him a 5 minutes just to cool down a bit. If that one went straight down the hatch, that'd probably, not be so good. So
I'm getting mine. I'm cooking mine like dirty style, mate. I'm going straight on the grill.
Yeah. Yeah. My butter ones are done. They're looking really great.
Look at that, mate. Bubbling away nicely.
The kill pack.
Mate, it smells amazing. So yeah, as I said, little teaspoon of chimichurri. Company called Chimmy that make it pre-made in a jar. So just cheating a little bit, but yeah, put it on top. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Nice. All right. So I've got those two. Here we go. Here's one of my Kilpatricks here. Now, if I had the coriander, probably be done that on top, and also a little bit of parmesan you can pop as well. But I'm going to let that chill out for a bit, and then we'll down the hatch probably to celebrate the success, the winner of the barbecue prize. How's that sound?
Again, mate, it's a good little prize actually.
Oh yeah, and that's a good point, mate.
Cool.
We should just a bit of a we should have there's a bit of audience request here, and we should celebrate. It's just passed away, old Prince Philip, mate.
Yeah, mate, let's have a little cheers for him.
Yeah, now he was a bit of a Navy man. I'm sure he's had an oyster or two in his time. And he was also a bit of a barbecue aficionado. And, you know, I don't know what his favourite cook was. I never heard. But I'd say, you know, barbecue is like, you know, it's not about the cooking. It's about the party and the fun. And I reckon if there's one barbecue you wanted to get to, it would have been one that Prince Philip was holding, mate. That would have been a lot of fun.
I'll tell you what, mate, I bet he had some stories. And I know The Crown on Netflix is totally fiction, but you know, they must have based some of it on a bit of truth about him. But what a great man! And yeah, it's sad, isn't it? We were saying, me and the wife were saying the other day, it's sad because it's like we, you know, as the royal family, like for as long as I've been alive, we've had, you know, the Queen in power, and you know, same with Prince Philip as well. So it's a shame to see him go.
All right, well. Good then, mate. Is some of your oysters ready to eat yet, or have you got one ready to go down the hatch?
Yeah, let me do that. What Katy just did with the tequila.
Oh, all right.
Mate, you said put them in ice. You didn't say the ice was going to melt so quick. Do you know what I mean? Floating away.
Must be all that warm weather out in there, mate.
Hey, I tell you what, it's absolutely scorching out here today. I don't know what's going on. I've sunburn after this.
Nice. Here we go.
So we do this. Do a little bit of this.
I'm going to have a Kilpatrick here. Actually, it's warm enough to cook enough to touch. Hang on. So, here you go, mate. I'm going to have an Oysters Kilpatrick followed by a Bloody Mary shot. Let's on a Prince Philip, barbecue legend, with the legend in general. How's that sound, mate?
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, tell you what, Katy knows the stuff, mate. That was pretty special. Wow.
That is, my God, it's so good.
My other two are just coming. Yeah, they're just slightly chilling now, so I'll be ready to eat them in a minute.
Yeah, so nice. I think I might have to give one of these. I can see the studio audience, like.
I'm surprised the cat ain't been along, mate. Old Manchego, he's not come and had some away.
Here we go. Hand one of these over to the audience. Here's one of the Herbie buttermilk ones. Okay.
Oh.
How does that look, buddy? Audience, feel free to reach in and grab it.
Twisted Ribs in the house. Thank you for the recipe suggestion. The tequila has gone over it. Well, I've used mezcal, but that was a good call.
Oh, here we go. All right. I think I might have another one of those oysters, mate.
You know what surprises me as well, Hills? The shell doesn't get too hot, does it? Like, bear in mind, if you've been sitting on charcoal, or like, you know, God knows how much, but it's.
Did you pick them up with your hand, or did you use a bit of a glove? Did you pick them? Oh, there you go. All right. Looks like we've lost you there for a bit, Jack. In that case, I'm going to have a particularly good oyster as well. Oyster Kilpatrick. Oh, sorry, I had to have another one whilst we were waiting for you there, Jack.
Well, I thought it was you, mate, that went. I'm going in. This is the chimichurri one. Oh, wow.
They're off the start. That was so good. Katy, legendary. Absolutely legendary.
This is the best bit, mate. Look, you can see.
Right.
The actual, that like juice in there, look, that liquor. That's like, oh, herby, chili, like salt from the sea. Oh.
How are you, Duncan, mate? Duncan Sellers yet? No, throw an oyster on the barbecue today. It is. So yeah, wow, they're good, aren't they?
Wow.
Bit of spice in there. Oh, wow. I might try one. Now I've got one from Katy, one of Katy's recipes, which is the mashed up strawberry.
So what is that recipe? I saw it. So you've just got literally some strawberries that have been mashed up.
Yep.
Anything else in there, or?
A bit of the white wine, a bit of Sauvignon Blanc. Let's down with the hatch with that one.
Hey, I should have shut some more. I've got the taste for it now. I might have to go and do some in the little break we're gonna have.
Oh. Wow.
They're a rowdy bunch, that audience of yours, mate, aren't they? Rowdy bunch.
Okay, look, here we go. We're just another oyster cherry busted, mate.
Yeah?
How's that?
Mate, it's the best time to do. What better time to try your first oyster than live on Instagram TV?
It's good fun, isn't it? Well, I think after this, when we have a bit of a chat to Katy, I might do a bit of a shucking live.
I'll go and get mine out of the fridge and away we go.
All right. Well, on that note, we should probably then announce the winner of the gas coal barbecue unit. Wrap up the show and get ready to have a bit more of an in-depth chat with Katy, and she'll tell us all about Porthilly oysters.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have my last one actually because it's staring at me, looking amazingly gorgeous. So I'm gonna go in.
It's so good, aren't they? Oh. Oh.
Wow.
It's funny, isn't it? It's an island nation, and we're surrounded by oysters. We should be eating more of them, mate.
But you know what, Hills? They're not even that expensive. I had this really deluded misconception that they were really expensive, but they work out pretty, like they're like £1 each, aren't they? From what Katy was saying before, that's really reasonable. You know, if you're going to treat yourself, you could have 12 of them. Mate,
yeah.
Awesome.
Cornish Carnival says, careful, they might make you a bit frisky, Jack.
Randy? Randy, baby.
I think there may well be truths around there. We'll have to have a look. Porthilly shellfish, they're where the oysters come from. So they're saying they're a bargain.
Amazing service, you know, 24 hours. They said they'd send them on the Thursday. They came Friday, packaged really nicely, all still cold, you know, ice packs and that, polystyrene. Amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
This is why, you know, we've done how many of these now? 45, is this 46?
Yep, I think this is 48 now.
48?
48?
Why do we want to stop? Why do we want to stop? I'm not being funny, like, amazing weather, decent food, good company, and a lovely drop of.
All right. Cheers. On that note, what we should do is say, we haven't announced the gas coal charcoal unit, mate.
Cool. Do you want to do it?
I'd love to. However, it's on my phone here, and I'd have to tinker with the thing.
So the winner of the Charbroil gas to coal barbecue is the Cockney Eater.
The Cockney Eater. Hey, I've seen him on Instagram quite a lot. He's quite busy, isn't he?
Yeah. Good account, obviously family man, which we like. And yeah, the barbecue will be winging its way to you. So get in contact with us after the show, or actually we'll get in contact with you, get your details you know what, Hills, we should mention as well. Look, Luciana is actually in the chat. Luciana Berry is going to be live with us at 5 o'clock today. She is currently locked down in a hotel. She's obviously travelled from abroad back into the UK, so she's doing the whole 10-day in a hotel. And I don't know if you've been looking at her stories, mate, but she's been putting her food on every day. I bet it's a sad state of affairs, let's put it that way. I think we need to send her some oysters, basically. We need to get a little package for her.
Yes, yeah. So he's asking here where the oyster came from, and it's Porthilly shellfish. So, yeah, you see it on our post, but Porthilly shellfish. Maybe Luciana, you can order a spoon there. You never know.
Yeah. They didn't give her a papaya one day, and she kicks off, mate, so they give her one the next day. We'll talk to her more about that at 5 o'clock, so yeah, stay tuned for that, people.
Okay, all right. So at 5 o'clock, we've got the Afterburn with Luciana Berry, and she's quite a famous chef. Master Chef Brazil won, Master Chef UK finalist.
Semi-finalist in Master Chef UK, and she won Brazil's hardest cooking competition in 2020, so she can tell us all about that. But yeah, we actually met at Dinwiddie Hills at the steak off we did at BBQUK, and yeah, top lady and knows tons about food. So yeah, professional chef, not that us two amateurs who just get out in the garden and grill every Saturday, you know, like a proper trained chef.
And then yeah, a big thanks to Katy, but we're going to cross over to her in a minute, and she's going to tell us a lot more about the oysters. We'll do a bit of live shucking as well. You know, show people how it's not that scary. It's not that hard. You do have to be a little bit careful, but hard.
You just put it in and then wiggle it a little bit.
Yeah. Just the tip, mate. Just the tip. Tip in. Wiggle. And that. How's that?
That's good advice for life, mate. That.
Yeah. People grow. Yeah, as you.
Yeah, mine's in the gutter. You two in the audience. What are you doing?
And then today for Herman's for the Sauvignon Blanc, a lot emptier than the one that I took out of it.
Yeah.
And that sounds like seagulls in the audience. But, and then, of course, a massive thanks to Charcoal, a gas coal charcoal unit that it's a 2-burner model that's going to go out to the Cockney Eater, and great little unit. That's going to be quite a fun to cook on, and get some smoky flavours going. So, yeah. Big them as well.
To be honest, mate, I'm really looking forward to being able to cook. So next week, obviously, we've got something amazing planned, and we'll be able to really showcase what this grill can do. I mean, obviously today we've just done a few oysters on it and heated them up, and you know that's amazing. But next week we're going to really show how this unit can perform. So yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, no worries. All right, yeah. Well, next week we've got a garden party. We're going posh. We're going to have to get dressed up, Fat Jack.
Oh, we're going well posh. Some of the stuff I don't even know what it is we're cooking.
A spatchcocked quail and venison. Yeah. How's that?
Sweet bread kebabs.
Oh, sweet bread kebabs. Wow.
Mate, what is that?
Never ate. Yeah.
No, proper posh.
All right. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah. On that note, a big cheers, big thank you to everyone watching. We're just going to wrap this up, and we're going to cross over to Katy, and she's going to tell us all about oysters. But cheers, Jack.
Cheers. 5-minute heels, and we'll come back on.
No worries. Catch you soon, mate.
Good night, buddy. Take care. Thanks, everybody. See you later.